Somewhere down the line in our tradition of Christian poetry, someone observed that it was not nails which held our Lord to the cross, but love. I think that is a beautiful way of understanding the way in which our Lord sacrificed himself, freely and entirely. That he was held to the cross by love for us and not merely by the wickedness of men. We could say something similar about Paul and Silas from this morning's first readings. It was not gates and locks that kept them in prison, but zeal for souls. They were imprisoned for having supposedly broken the law. But once the angel came to open up the jail cells for them, it would stand to reason that God intervened in such a way for them to escape, for them to be able to run away, as he already had in other instances in the Acts of the Apostles, and will do again. And yet, they stayed in the prison cell. Why? Because they wanted the conversion of the jailer. They were seeking his conversion. Zeal for his soul, for his salvation, is what kept them in that prison, even when they had the opportunity to escape. They knew that that would be sufficient proof to him to make them worth listening to. The whole Acts of the Apostles presents to us numerous strategies for evangelization, for giving witness and proclaiming the gospel. And one of the ways in which the gospel is proclaimed is by giving those whom we wish to share the gospel reason to listen to us, to bolster our credibility. Just as he was about to kill himself, knowing that he was in big trouble for his jail being broken into and the inmates escaping, they say, "Don't! We're here. We didn't leave." What must have been the thought in his mind? Your jail cell opened, and you didn't leave? You stayed? And why? So that we can share with you the message of the gospel. It is zeal for souls that must strengthen and motivate all of our actions, anything that we undertake, if even only in the smallest ways, to try and find an opportunity to proclaim the gospel to someone. It can be a relative, a friend, a co-worker, someone on Facebook. We can go anywhere and with anyone to try and find some opening. And if we do so by first earning their trust, by presenting ourselves as a credible witness before we've even opened our mouth, we will be listened to with more effectiveness. And so today, let us ask our Lord in this Holy Mass to increase our desire to be witnesses to the faith by being strategic and thinking of how can we earn credibility with those whom we wish to extend the gospel, and with a zeal for their soul, be motivated to do so.